Hello, I'm doing my paper on Theodore Roosevelt and muscular Christianity. Well, that was my thesis to begin with. It was how muscular Christianity had influenced Roosevelt's life as a child, going into Harvard, coming out, becoming a head of the police commission board, being a congressman in New York, then eventually vice president onto a president, and then the years after as well. And as I was conducting research and reading through books and diaries, letters, and journals, I, I became dissatisfied with the idea of muscular Christianity as a theological term for Roosevelt. I don't think it completely encapsulates Roosevelt's religious ideas, and I think maybe it might even be a little too strong to call him a muscular Christianist. Um, he and what I mean by that is that he takes tenets from muscular Christianity, which his father espoused from his youth because he was sick. So the idea that the physical was needed to go along with the spiritual. You were supposed to strengthen both your body and your soul in a fight against sin, and then this would give you the power to fight it back against vices. This was pushed forward by all different men from Theodore's youth. Thomas Hughes from England, Thomas Higginson, who had a big influence on his life, Philip Brooks, who was a preacher who he liked to go see. He wrote the hymn Onward Christian Soldier. So the idea was basically barbells and Bible, and that would keep you safe, but I think that's too simple. He was more involved into a social gospel, a very, very liberal theology. This was accomplished by a coming together of all different aspects. There was a Unitarian aspect, a transcendentalism aspect, biblical criticism happening. Darwin read Origin of Species at 14 and had a huge influence on his life. When he went to Harvard, Charles William Eliot, the president of Harvard, had changed Harvard curriculum around to give the students more of a free range to take electives and put a focus on physics, physiology, natural history. His paleontology teacher, Nathaniel Shaler, had a huge influence as well, fighting for more land to save the land that we have, that we need it to espouse that muscular Christianity so men can go out and be men in nature. But that is not all. There is also an influence of Darwinian social compact, of a survival of the fittest, but that warriors are needed. That Roosevelt had this idea that of a warrior code, of a warrior class, and Darwin biology biology gave it to him. And we kind of see his religious views in some of his writings. He sees that Christianity is needed. The Bible reading is necessary in all cases. The morals driven from that Bible are a necessary for society, and without them he believes they would crumble. But just because somebody says that the Bible is necessary doesn't necessarily make them a Christian. And I think with the Machen on my mind recently, I think he would view this religion of Roosevelt's as a completely separate religion than Christianity. In one quote, I'm paraphrasing, it's that if there is a heaven, I pray I never go there unless I see the people that I've known here on earth. He views Christianity as one of the greatest religions created. But if you look at that, it's religion created. It's man-made. It's not something handed down through history. And these views are espoused by Roosevelt, and he does so much good throughout his presidency for the little guy, for standing up for morals, values. He wants to outlaw adultery, puts harder standards on divorce. So he seems almost like a fundamentalist in some terms. But theologically, he's really a liberal. And I'm not meaning this in a very negative connotation, but I think the word muscular Christianity no longer fits to what he is. And that's basically the crux of my paper, and what I'm going to try to prove through it, that he holds to a muscular Christianity tenets, some of them, but really he falls away and is not exactly the best Christian president as we would think in theological terms.